Salute, salute, salute. Peace and power, peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace about it, the people of the struggle. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that there's a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for conversation, comments and concerns, dialogue, questions and answers, building and destroying. This is a space for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is your space, a space of justice. Yes, your space, integrity, and love. A space where we are working on a united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Please keep all funding information. Hashtags, green screens, links, stamps. Damn it. Unions at a Western, grams of the money. Yeah. Morse code, hashtag, damn it, a SOS, send a bottle. Keep all funding information in the chat throughout the class and during the class. Please fund the war effort. There's a war going on outside. Oh, yeah. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until they got the metal cuffs on you. Don't wait until you're getting kicked out of recitals. Yeah, don't wait till it's too late. Nah, man. Don't wait until the neighbors, on the block say, we don't want you at the meetings anymore. You can stay in the house. Yeah, it's too late. Okay? If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. Find out some things about yourself. Stop getting kicked out of the PTA meetings. Yeah. Stop causing your kid not to go on the school trip. They ain't even sending a damn permission slip home for your kid because you ain't acting right. Get yourself together, okay? If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment, okay? Let's get that right. If you or anybody you know is in need of an intimate relationship, abuse, counseling, and consultation, please book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, man, the behaviors that should alarm you. Oh, yeah, the behaviors that should alarm you. What? Yeah. I didn't know she carried a bat. Yeah. Okay. Characters and characteristics that should heighten your awareness. Yes. Wait a minute now. Okay? People, places, events, and things that should make your alertness levels at 1,000. Yeah. Remember with the information that the life that you save could be your own. What's going on? Peace and power. What's going on late night? Yeah, it's one of them days. One of them days. But we here, you here. I'm glad y'all here. First of all, let's get to tagging. Let's tag the island of the Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo. We got some things to say. We have some information to put out there. Keep them in your thoughts. Okay? Tag them. Tag Dummy May. Yeah, please. Tag Dummy Mayweather, because I was the first one to tell you he was frontin'. Me. Yes, I told y'all he was hummer stunting. Yeah. So tag Dummy Mayweather, the money team, and all those scamming ass bankers that he got. That's gassing him because they own him. Yeah, he's a doja right now, looking stupid. So tag Dummy Mayweather. Yeah. Tag Slim Thug. Yeah, Slim Thugger. Tag him. Yeah, we got to get to the bottom of some things. And while you're at it, tag the rest of your classmates. I know it's late. They sleep. They tired. It's all good. They asked to catch a 55. Let's see who's up in here. Lovely lady. Back on the scene. First in class. God damn it, lovely lady. We see you. Charles coming in number 2. Okay, Charles. Dust Fro, what up? 517 in the building. Ken Williams, Rhonda Grant. Yeah, mark yourself here. Say, I was here, damn it. Philip Boone, what up? Andrea Jones. Yes. Strong and alert. That's what we talking about. There you go. Tierra the youngin' is still up. There you go, youngin'. No doubt. Bernie, what up, Bernie? Bam Woods. Philly in the building. I'm gonna be in Philly, boy. I'm gonna be in Philly. I'm telling you. I'm coming through. Yeah, Big Red Shaolin. What up? Rashida. Ooh, shit. Let me put on my good teethers. Yeah, Rashida's in the spotty spot. Mark Hines, Mac J. St. Louis, GB, Guns and Gloves. What up? Uptown Dre. What up? Marshy's in the building. Ah, shit, y'all done got me blushing tonight. God damn it, Marshy, what's going on? Todd, the beneficiary, what up? Brother, to DC, Tyrone, yes, what's going on? M-I-S-S-I, crooked letter, P-P, what up? Mississippi, Geechee, Rick Gatlin, Versace, Broccoli, Jean, Eileen, Kim Yu. Yes, they need the first responders, man. Maybe the first responders from Canada could get out there to Dominican Republic. Tragedy out there. We see you. Thank you for all your service, Jean. Yeah. Angel, what's going on? WMH Radio Show, what up? Philly in the building. Breed Love, what up? Base Proletariat, Christopher Farmer, Neef Buck, Neef 55, Neef 55. Yeah. Ronnie, what up? Morning coffee, there we go. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Mecca, what up, Mecca? Yeah. Yeah, who? You in Atlanta? Danita, what up, Danita? What's going on? Kenny's on the Holy Grail. Amal Ward, peace, what up? Let's get to it, damn it. Let's get to it. First and foremost, man, I'm feeling this because, again, I always question celebratory spaces. I always question what are we doing as oppressed peoples when we always seem to be running around out and about, drinking, partying, playing. And, I know that we have to set a time to recharge with all of the work that we do, with all of the research and with all of the studies, right? With all of the activism that, there should be a little downtime to kind of socialize and relax and just take our mind off of things. But our people have been doing it for far too long. I mean, we have become experts at it. So I don't do it much. I can remember as an adolescent, man, always in Union Square. Latin quarters here and there, but always everything was a party, club, Bentleys, and all this other wow. Anytime it was a function, I was there. And you know, most of the times when I was younger, just to enjoy, just to try to bag a little shorty or two. And, that was part of, I guess, growing, finding yourself, learning yourself, going to all the events, Jones Beach, Howard University, homecoming, this, that, just always in the mix. And as you get older, and as I got older in my chosen profession, um, it became more of a job, right? I'm going to, hunt people, certain individuals. And that means the going out was less of enjoyment, more of a task. And then I got to a point where it's just, man, listen, I ain't even going out. For real, for real. I have no business being out and about because I have so much other things to tend to. And now it's almost impossible. You got to be a bad somebody to get me to come up out of the crib. And that's for real, for real. I don't waste time at all. All that you get me out of the crib, shit. You got to be bad, man. I got to really want to be in your mix for something. Okay? So when I see people like earlier in the week when we reported the young women speeding, after leaving a function and, three of them was unalived in the vehicle and the other one is in critical. It's just, I don't know. I'm serious. I have a tough time putting my head in that space again. You dig? So when heard of the reports of this roof collapse in Santo Domingo, and that so many people were unalived, it was like, damn, man, that's that thing there. You have to have some type of empathy for people who were in one frame of mind, and then all of a sudden, tragedy happens. You're watching people take their last breaths right in front of you. Trust me, very traumatic, very traumatic. But let's get to it. And we definitely send our deepest condolences to everybody that's on the island, people who have relatives on the island, the communities, the Dominican community throughout the states. Okay? Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. The roof of an iconic nightclub in the Dominican capital collapsed early Tuesday during a merengue concert attended by politicians, athletes, and others, leaving at least 79 people unalived and 160 injured. Crews were searching for potential survivors in the rubble at the one-story Jet Set nightclub in Santo Domingo. We continue clearing debris and searching for people, said Juan Manuel Mendez. We're going to search tirelessly for people. Now, the performer on stage at the time, I believe there was initial reports that he was found, but from what I'm hearing now in the updates is that they're still looking for him in the rubble, that he was still performing and singing as the collapse happened. Let's continue. Nelsie Cruz, the governor of the northwestern province of Montecristi and sister of seven-time Major League Baseball All-Star Nelson Cruz, was among the victims. She had called President Luis Abinader Nader at 12:49 a.m., saying she was trapped and that the roof had collapsed. The First Lady, Raquel Abraje, told reporters. Officials said Cruz died later at the hospital. Okay? So, like I said, these are important people. This is the, the upper echelon of the island was at this concert, right? The Professional Baseball League of the Dominican Republic posted on Twitter that former Major League Baseball pitcher Octavio Dotel, 51, also was unalived. Officials had pulled Dotel from the debris earlier and brought him to a hospital. Also unalive was Dominican baseball player Tony Enrique Blanco Cabrera. Officials said at least 160 people were injured, among them national lawmaker Brave Vargas. Relatives of merengue singer Ruby Perez, who was performing when the roof collapsed, initially said that he had been rescued, but Mendez later said Tuesday that wasn't true. He said rescue crews were still looking for Perez. So that's big. That's big, man. And when I was watching, because, of course, me, I do my little research. I always run to Twitter, or you want to call it X, whatever they want to call it, first. Because usually when people are, doing their little lives or their vids and stuff like that, Twitter doesn't censor much. And they catch people in real time. So I'm over there. And I'm watching some of the videos and some of the angles. It was one particular individual that was right there up front of the stage actually pointing to the roof, and another video where girls were actually leaving because I guess they were hit by whatever was coming down initially and they got scared and they left. But it was basically the whole concert. Everybody was up in there, and whether they was drinking, whether they was enjoying the music and really couldn't hear and didn't pay attention like the others, they were still in there partying and it collapsed instantly. Like, boom. So again, as they continue with rescue efforts out there, we send our deepest condolences to those who have transitioned and healing strength, for the family members and for the community, and hope that the ones who are injured heal up, specifically mental healing, because it's one thing to, kind of get caught up into something, some other type of tragedy, right? But when you're in a space where you believe that you're enjoying, that you're coming to party, man, I don't know, Barney, they're not saying what made it collapse. Well, from what we're hearing and from what I saw, that this was an actual location where not too long ago there was a major fire. So maybe the structuring after the fire wasn't properly, built, or if it was built properly, to begin with. Maybe it has some structural issues from the fire. We don't know. But it was deep. It was deep, like the entire roof, and when I looked at it, it reminded me of 9/11 as far as the rubble and things were concerned. It looks, it's something, which is, for me, I don't want to be nobody else's tragedy. You know, I know a lot of people have different belief systems and things of the such, but when it's time to transition, it's time to transition. I don't want to transition because it's your time. You understand when it's like, as far, planes and boats and just spaces where it's a lot of people. That's the worst for me. It might not even have been meant for you, but just because you in the space, could have been meant for him or her. So I would definitely not want to be in that type of situation. You dig? But again, we said, universal healing strength to those people out there, and to that community. You dig? Okay. Now, because I know where y'all think I'm going, but nah. He gonna wait. We gonna wait. His ass gonna be last. It's 12:48. No, 11:48. His ass gonna be last. Let's get to your other homie because he's been a subject in class quite often too. Yeah, we done talked about Slim Thug and his foolishness quite often. He's been here. He got a few slots up in here. I think we talked about him at least 3 times already. Because he's been saying some real wild, reckless shit out of his face. I guess in an attempt to go viral, or that his belief system is so off, right? That we consistently notice it. Right? Like, remember, he went at Sierra. Hard body, too. Hard body. Just disrespected her entire character because of the choice of man, or weird. He was banging for Kamala and her chucks and pearls. He was, you ain't black. He had a lot to say. But the main thing for me, and y'all know what's my pet peeve, yo. That generational wealth, finances, and all that slick shit that they keep saying that with the way this goddamn stock market is crumbling, shit, ain't no generational wealth for the damn country. So how could they keep gassing y'all and saying that and scamming, and everybody got a quick path to generational wealth? Yeah, and they bundle up with each other and group up with each other and have these symposiums and these talks and these gatherings, right? Right? Out of here with that shit. I'm glad, I don't know if they're listening to me, but I'm starting to see a lot of people. Why? Because y'all send it to me and they little TikToks and, doing what they do, breaking it down, using some of the very same language that I've used, right? I just seen some little chubby chick with glasses talking about we could never get generational wealth by, making a product that we have to outsource the main components of because we don't own this shit, right? I do believe she used hoodies and t-shirts and said that we don't have cotton. Yeah, so we gotta get cotton from all these other spaces. Something I've been saying for years, right? So I'm glad they catching on, but no Slim Thug. He consistently was boasting and told me, I'm the only black man that got this. I'm the only black rapper that got my this. I'm the only black, this, black. Finance. Wealth. I find it funny that today, or yesterday, last night, that somebody burglarized his apartment. Now I'm like, hold on. The man who says that we need land in masses amounts of acres. We need another Black Wall Street, right? And he has an apartment Now, don't get me wrong. He may have homes. He may have. He may have a couple of homes, but he has an apartment that was just burglarized. Okay? Now, not too long ago, he said that he had a stalker and they arrested his stalker near his residence, right? And he even threatened that girl live. If somebody don't come get their person, their daughter, their sister, their somebody, and she comes back in my house, I'm gonna unalive her. This is what he said. I got my hammer, I'm gonna unalive her, knowing that this is a black woman. So now, I'm wondering if this is his house. He has a stalker. The stalker know where he lives. So I'm sure other people know where he lives, especially whoever burglarized his apartment today. Why they didn't burglarize his house? Why wasn't his house burglarized? Why was he in an apartment, but he telling y'all that y'all need to buy homes? That y'all need to make sure your credit is up so y'all can buy these homes where they got you locked in to these 30-year leases, even though your ass is pushing 50. You understand what I'm saying? How does he have an apartment? And I'm questioning that because of what they said was stolen. See, if you got a home, if you have a house, if you balling like Thugger, right? That means your safe would be in your home. Your valuables would be in your home, not in your apartment. Now, you got land, you got homes, houses, you got acres, but your ass is renting? That don't make sense. They didn't say that they broke into his building. They said they broke into his apartment, which means your ass is renting. Now, mind you, we in New York, we know a lot of people, all of us, most of us are renters. Yeah, we've been doing it since the 60s. This is the city of renters. Damn it, even a wealthy rent in New York, but not this man. He said he owns homes, land, businesses. So how you renting an apartment? And all over the news, they say it's a lovely apartment with security and all that. So it could be. It could be the nicest apartment building in that part of Texas. Yeah, it could be. But damn it, don't chastise black folk who listen to you and tell them that they need to own a home. When your ass may not own one, we're going to get back. We're going to figure this out. Yeah, we're going to see about that. But let's get to it. Police revealed that a downtown high-rise apartment, Slim Thugs, was broken into while the Houston A-lister was out of town. Around 11:20 p.m. on Monday, the Catalyst high-rise condominiums on Texas Ave, close to Dakin Park, received a burglary call. So this is a condo. This is a condo. So a condominium. So he owns a condo. Or does he? Is this one of the homes? Is this the home? Huh? So he's paying maintenance and he's paying security. He sure is doing a lot. A condo when you got homes? Some of y'all help me out here. Make that make sense. I need to know. Please, I need to know. I need to know that. All right? According to HPD, the burglars broke into the residence Monday between 3:30 and 11 p.m. and took jewelry, cash, and other goods. Detectives are now looking for CCTV footage showing the perpetrators entering and exiting the building. HPD also revealed that security had spotted a door that had been forced open. No arrests have been made yet, and the investigation into the burglary is ongoing. Okay? Yeah. Okay? Let's continue. Let's continue. Burglars often monitor the movements of high-profile celebrities and break into their homes when they are out of town. For example, in December, former Mavericks superstar Luka Doncic's Dallas home was broken into while he was on a road trip with the team. But hold on, we know for an actual fact, Slim Thug, nah, Slim Thug ass ain't no superstar Dallas Maverick. Nah. Slim Thug's Instagram story from Monday documented his trip to San Antonio to support UH, that's the University of Houston, inadvertently revealing that he wouldn't be at home. Yeah, right, inadvertently. If this is a condo, okay? If this is a condominium, right? And you are on Instagram telling people you're about to go to San Antonio to watch the University of Houston play in the college championship, that's not inadvertent, that's deliberate. Sound like it could be an insurance play. Yeah. Yeah, because come on, a man of Slim Thug's wealth, you know, didn't they say he put together a play where he actually purchased low-income homes, not home, low-income homes for a bunch of people out there? Yeah. Don't he have several other businesses and business ventures out there? How you inadvertently telling people you ain't home? You a street dude, you a thugger, you a rapper. You inadvertently telling people that you ain't home? But why would they think that the condominium was your home and not the house? Remember, the stalker was stalking his house. He had a home, a nice size home that the stalker was around. So if he's saying he's going to be out of town, right, inadvertently, why wouldn't they break into his house? How would they know to break into the condo, right? Unless the condo is his only spotty spot. Maybe he ain't got the house. Maybe the house is Hummer stunting. Yeah, because we do know these rap dudes, yeah, and these new age black folks with money be Hummer stunting. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. Why would they not go to the home, to the big house? Why would they be in the condominium? Why would they be at the apartment breaking in? Why would it be jewels in the apartment? You go into the San Antonio arena to watch and you don't wear no shines? Your shines is back in the condo? Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Yeah. I ain't boo-boo the fool. Either this is an insurance play or your ass ain't got no house. Slim Thugger. Supporter of Kamala. After University of Houston's brutal loss, And before getting the news that his apartment had been robbed, Slim Thug, like the rest of the city, was heartbroken by the disappointing turn of events. Yeah. Yeah, nah, you wasn't disappointed. Nah, nigga, nah. Nah, I ain't going for that. Somebody call Geico. Yeah, somebody call Progressive and shit. Yeah, somebody need to send an agent over there. Send Jake from State Farm over there and let him get his look on. Because I ain't trying to believe this shit. Nah, man. Nah, man. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Send Jake from State Farm or Flo, one of them motherfuckers. Send the insurance over there so we can see what's going on. Nah, no. He got a bust down crib. Yeah, nah, we ain't, nah, out of here. He ain't never tell y'all to get no bust down crib. He told y'all to get 800 credit. He told y'all to get some land and buy a home. This is what he said. He ain't tell y'all to budget and get a condo because of taxes, the tax relief and the ownerships. It applies to a condo too. He told y'all to go get homes. So why the hell he ain't at his home? Fuck out of here. Get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Black wealth and all that. Get your ass out of here. And go find your little shines and your cash. That's what you do. That's what you do. Yeah, it's in the shop, right? Yeah, nah. We want to see. Jake from State Farm gonna be right there. Yeah, investigating and shit. Looking around. Y'all know how it go. I call Cap, y'all. I'm telling y'all I call Cap. Like I always do. The shit be played. He probably owed the bookie. Yeah. He probably bet on that University of Houston shit in the bracket. Yeah. And told him, bookie, yeah, just go on up in there and get that jewelry, get that money, man. Go up on in there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a play. It's a play. Yeah. Probably lost $100,000 betting on their ass. And Vegas did them dirty. Dirty. How they lose the same way they beat Duke. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he capped. Y'all know I know. We gonna figure this out, though. Yeah. We gonna stay on this. Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Damn sure. Now. Yeah. Yeah, because get rid of him. We out of here. We out of here. It's time for Dummy. Yeah, Dummy May. Yeah, it's time for us to welcome back one of the classroom's most favorite clowns, Dummy Mayweather. Everybody give him a hand, y'all. Give him a hand. Ooh-wee. Dummy Mayweather done made it to class more than anybody else. Yeah. His shenanigans, his stunting, his stupid ass face. Yeah. All that. Yeah. Let's go. Bring him to class. Yeah. Hope he got a security with him. Yeah, because we going all the way in. He might get his feelings hurt tonight. Because I told y'all he was somewhat stunting. I told y'all he was full of shit. I told y'all that he didn't own no property in New York City. I said it. The time I heard it, I said he's fronting. Now look. Now look. As I thought, Business Insiders is going to come through. Wall Street Journal is going to come through. You think this city, like I told y'all, the mecca of capitalism, the most billionaires and millionaires on the planet living right here, is going to let this dusty illiterate buy luxury property, mad units in Manhattan? Come on, get the and y'all believed it. Go find everybody who was in my comments in those other classes talking about I'm be hating on Floyd. Yeah, no, go get them. Go get them. Matter of fact, I think I gotta go to every class I mention his ass in and go in the comments and go right up in people's mouth. Cause I told y'all he's stunting. I told y'all that the bankers, the bagel meisters own him. They be playing in his grippers. I told you that. He don't have no bread like that. Well, we're going to get to it because, see, people don't believe it when it's coming from me, when it comes from the melanin. They don't believe that. They let the old face tell them that shit. So, straight from the press, straight from the old face. Yeah, let's really deal with some facts, okay? Because I told y'all he was bullshit. Yeah, they hemmed him up in Dubai, and they probably boo-booed on his chest. Yup, because that's what they do in Dubai. They boo-boo on your chest. Yeah, they probably boo-booed on his chest. Yeah, because rumor has it, he owed them some bread. So, yeah. Yeah, they probably boo-booed on his chest. Yeah. Old doodoo peck, Mayweather. Yeah, probably doodled all on his chin. Yeah, that's why his chin look like that. Dude, he's a cornball, but y'all love him though. Y'all love him. What he doing in the ring is one thing. Outside, he's a cornball. I've never, ever in my life seen anybody with that much money that can't bag a broad. He never have no bad broads because he corny. You can't buy a broad when you that corny. He's a cornball. Straight sucker. Slouch. He's a slouch. Nobody that got access to that much or who was supposedly worth that much run around with no broad. You don't never hear broads talking about him. No actress bras, no athlete bras, no hustle, none. They all looking, bras got two things. They got gaydar, yeah, and they got cornball dar. A girl can see a cornball a mile away. They don't care how much weight you can pick up, how much muscles you got. They can tell when you a corny ass dude, when you a cornball. Yeah. You got all that. You sitting front row in the stadium full of people counting money. You got 8 or 9 gigantic Gucci or Louis bags. You want, and bras don't want that. These gutter rap bras don't want to be around that. And you own a goddamn BBL plastic surgery spot and a strip club, and you ain't got a bad bro, nothing, because he corny. And he's a delusional liar. Yeah. I know broke dudes, broke ass, dirty ass dudes that got bras on the track. Sneaker pimps. And he could put $2 million cash on the table, and you ain't got broads. You ain't even live on social media. Broads don't even talk about you. You can go live on social media. You don't have nobody in there but old face. Men at that. Ain't no bad broads talking about Floyd, because he corny. And his shoes don't fit. But Let's get to the facts. Because I told y'all he didn't. I told you he didn't. Let's go. Mayweather posted that his real estate investment firm, Barter Properties, paid $402 million for properties in Manhattan. $402 million. That means that's damn near all that he's worth. You're going to put all. Because before you invest $402 million something, your ass got to be over $1 billion. You have to be. Nobody puts all of their bread in one space. That's dumb. So that means by him saying that he put $402 million, that means we have to assume that he's worth almost $2 billion. You got, because nobody, not the smoothest investor, is going to put everything in the one space. So I knew he was capped right then. Because I don't even think you worth 402 mil. But keep it honest. Keep it honest. When 50 was dealing with him, 50 even said he had finance troubles. He didn't want to put up the bread for the deal, for them to go into what they were going to go into. So that alerted him to say, oh, this nigga fine. That's why 50 stay on him. Because he know he's a cornball. That's why T.I. swung at him in a club or bowling alley or something. Wasn't in no ring. Where a boxer should be the most dangerous. You let punk ass T.I. swing tee off on you for Tiny, her little stank BBL. Really? That's how much of a cornball he is. And ain't nobody run up in T.I. mouth. Nobody. So he's corny. Okay? Okay, let's go. Yet, the boxer's bold claims do not appear to match reality. A month after Mayweather's announcement, none of the buildings have changed hands, according to the New York City property records, which are usually updated within days of a sale. A deal to sell the properties outright to Mayweather does not seem imminent. Like I told y'all. Like I told y'all. You crazy? You know how difficult it is to buy real estate in New York City? They didn't say this shit was in Queens. They didn't say it in the Bronx. Look, it said prime time Manhattan. More recently, the 48-year-old retired champion has sought to refashion himself as a budding business mogul with interest in liquor, nutritional supplements, apparel, and increasingly commercial real estate. Now, he's saying commercial real estate, but these properties were residential. Yeah, residential. Okay? In late February, Mayweather announced his biggest sale deal to date. His biggest single deal to date. The purchase of a sprawling portfolio of 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Now he did the video. Quote, all the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners, end quote. And as y'all can recall, that's what got me into my investigative mode. You don't have no partners. That made me go, and what did I find? I found Barter Properties. I found the two individuals, okay, who questionable and are rats, who told, yeah, we went through it. Go back. Yeah, y'all could go back, and this ain't even too far. This might have been only 2 or 3 weeks ago. in class where I broke it down. One of his partners is a federal agent informant rat. The other one is his partner. These dudes trying scamming everybody. They get caught up in something they tell. Testifying, testimony. Yeah. Rats for these people that he consider not his partners. He said he don't have none. Not true. Mayweather claimed in the video posted on his Instagram account that also included a slideshow of him touring some of the buildings. And all the rental down below on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves, quote unquote. Yeah. You can do the same, right? Just like all the rest of these dudes that tell y'all that shit. I'm trying to figure out where the hell what? New York City? Yeah, okay. Let's continue, because I told y'all there was one day I was in Manhattan. I said, y'all, I'm gonna go through there. If I got some time, I'm gonna go through there, y'all, because I wanted to see the buildings for myself, because I know, as braggadocious and delusional and ignorant as he is, if it was his, he would have put his face somewhere on there. He would have definitely at least put the company's plaque up there. I would have asked the people in those buildings, who y'all paying rent to now? I didn't get up there. So now, let's continue. Yeah, check them online. I did all that. Don't check Barter properties. Go to the CEO, go to the other officers on there and look them up. And then Google search them so the case could come up. I already gave y'all the cases. All y'all gotta do is go back and go replay it, okay? Because I told you he was stunting. I knew it. However, New York City property records, which are typically updated within days of a sale, show that none of the buildings Mayweather claims to have purchased have changed ownership. A deal to sell the properties outright to Mayweather does not appear to be imminent. The New York City Housing Partnership, a nonprofit group that partners in the majority of the properties and work to maintain the affordability of the apartments, said through a spokesman that it has not been notified of any pending sale. Any pending sale. Okay? When asked about the acquisition, Ayal Frist, that's the dude who I told y'all about, okay? One of the rats. The CEO of Barter Properties, Mayweather's property firm, brought a man into the phone call who introduced himself as James McNair, an executive involved in Mayweather's business ventures. However, the man's voice sounded notably different from the previous recordings of McNair. So, the investigator said, yo, this might not even be the same dude. Something is going on. They hummer-stunting. They trying to play games like they usually play. Them two dudes in Barter Properties are scammers. And I'm surprised nobody popped their head off yet. But they must be under a cloak. They must be getting some bread and giving it to the Israelis. That's why they're getting protected. These dudes and try to take people diamonds and beat people out of proceeds for ticket money. The Floyd fights, they even beat Floyd. We did all that a few classes ago. When I told y'all this dude is a bird, but people keep talking, bringing a black man down, talking about black man, talking about you pocket watching, you. No, I deal in truth and reality because capitalism ain't about shit. It separates us. It never, ever will allow us to be liberated because it's just not in it. So black capitalists, I look at y'all like y'all stupid. All y'all want to do is try to prolong Grippergate. Y'all got dreams of being in the arms of old face. Y'all don't want black liberation, not at all. Y'all want to be comfortable in y'all oppression until them old face play in your grip or manipulate your goddamn organs. That's all black capitalists want. That's it. They don't want freedom. That is not in their makeup. No. They want Whitey to allow them to come to the dinner table. That's it. So I don't have no respect for you. None. At all. At all. You will do your damnedest to protect white interests, these flags, these institutions. That's what y'all would do. You do it. You do it. I've watched drug dealers do it. I've watched them all do it. So I could care less. I could care less. Okay? Now, let's get to some facts here, because I tell you, I'm here. I'm in NYC. Not leaving. At all. I wouldn't give a damn if eggs are $30 a carton. I won't eat no eggs then. I ain't leaving. So I know the politics here. I know business moves here. I understand what's going on. Now, let's get to it. Okay? Let's get to it. There are more billionaires in Gotham than any other city in the world. Any other city, we got more billionaires right here. Do you think that billionaires, people that deal with big money, that are competing with each other all the way around the board, them niggas at Sotheby's trying to make sure they get all of the artwork. They compete on a regular. Do you think for 1 second that these men of prestige, of scholarship, of old money, gonna let this dusty ass nigga that ain't even got a GED buy 62 buildings in the middle of Manhattan? Y'all gotta think. He don't even have a GED. Do you know what kind of slap in the face that is to all the billionaires and multi-millionaires here in the city? By himself? With no partners? Come on. Let's continue. And one of them is the newly minted comedy magnate, Jerry Seinfeld. So he's the new billionaire in town. He's from here. He just made the list. Okay? New York City takes the cash crown for the 4th year in a row, home to a staggering 123 billionaires worth a combined $759 billion. And 15 are new to the list, according to Forbes' 2025 edition of Cities with the Most Billionaires. So Floyd ain't a billionaire, but yet he's telling y'all that he put up $402 million? Let's continue. Former communist capital Moscow was a distant number 2 with 90 billionaires, followed by Hong Kong, 72 billionaires, and London, 71. So New York City got the most billionaires. You think they gonna let this little dirty ass dude, who's gaudy as hell, flamboyant and dumb as hell, everything is a label. He's a damn label whore. You think old money, old Wall Street is gonna let him do that? Come on. Come on. Let's continue now. The 70-year-old comedian, talking about Jerry Seinfeld, earned a chunk of his change from syndication deals for his eponymous TV show. Upwards of $465 million, according to Bloomberg. In 2021, Netflix acquired the sitcom, which originally aired from 1989 to 1998, netting the Brooklyn native and Queens College alum an annual $94 million. So Seinfeld is balling. Okay, now, listen up, because this is important. He just became a billionaire. He got most of his money from the Netflix deal, right? Based on the show. Floyd ain't fighting a while. Wasn't fighting. So no income was really coming in at that level. Okay? He made something like almost 200 mil for the bullshit with Jake Paul and them all. Or no, not even Jake Paul. The other dude. Excuse me. The wild ass Irish dude. Conor McGregor. Yeah. That was a minute ago. Now let's listen. Seinfeld raked in another $100 million from touring and has another $40 million tied up in real estate. Now he's a billionaire and he only has $40 million tied up in real estate. A billionaire, $40 million. Just $40 million. You mean to tell me this washed up boxer got $402 million to put up for real estate? That makes sense to y'all? That makes sense. That somebody who is solid in their money, Seinfeld, so he with the bankers, only has $40 million in real estate. This dude convinced y'all that he had $402 million to put up in real estate and have no fighting. He not paying his workers at the gym in Cali. He got nobody up under his stable worth a damn. Everybody broke out. He don't even have a tank no more. But he got y'all convinced that he could pull this shit off in Manhattan? Nah. Okay? His Upper West Side apartment, Jerry Seinfeld, which he snagged in 1998, set him back $4.35 million. And he bought his Long Island property in 2000 for $25.6 million. This is somebody that's solid, that's a native New Yorker, and he don't have no bunch of real estate in Manhattan. That's why they sounded the alarm, because they never gonna let nobody stunt about no money, not in New York City. And you said you bought property, and as much people in New York City, these billionaires want these buildings. You know how hard it is to get somebody to sell a building? Slumlords got broken down shit, burnt down shit, molded shit, concrete peeling off, and they don't sell it. But they sold it to you. Nigga, you can't put the and or any other conjunction together in a damn sentence. You bought that? Yeah, all right. Let's continue. Another newcomer to New York's billionaire, excuse me, $1 billion bold facers is Chipotle owner Steve Ells, 59 years old. The Indianapolis native launched the company in 1993, and it now boasts 3,700 eateries around the world. He owns 3 Greenwich Village apartments, 2 in the same building on West 12th Street, and a 3rd on 5th Avenue. That's the only New York properties he got. And this nigga got Chipotle's all around the country. And but Floyd Boy, 62 buildings with mad units. These dudes only got 2 and 3 apartments in New York. Are you serious? And y'all went for that though. Y'all went for that. Let's continue. New York's billionaires made their big bucks from the same 3 industries. 68 work in finance and investment, 13 are in the real estate sector, and 12 come from fashion and retail. 13 billionaires got their bread from real estate, the real estate sector. And you gonna let this little dirty dude from Michigan, who used to jump around and run around with Jay Prince and be in Tila videos and shit, boxing, a little doja, a little groupie, he gonna come and buy real estate in Manhattan? And y'all went for that. When I was calling him Dummy May, y'all was laughing. Y'all thought I was playing. This man is delusional. Delusional to the point that he causes himself brain farts. Because his ass is stupid if you think, I'ma believe that. Yeah. Let's go. It's the tax dollars of high-income earners like these that are helping us to provide resources and critical services to working-class New Yorkers. This is what Eric Adams said. Okay? Now, yeah, because I'm going in. Now, let's continue. Let's go with the list of the top 9 billionaires in the city. Michael Bloomberg, net worth $96.3 billion. Julia Koch, from the Koch family, worth $59.8 billion. Steven Schwartzman, $34 billion. Jim Simmons, or Simons, $30.7 billion, hedge funds. Rupert Murdoch and family, worth $17.4 billion, newspapers and TV. Leonard Lauder, Estee Lauder, $15.4 billion. Leon Black, private equities, $12 billion. Israel Englander, $11.8 billion, hedge funds. Donald Newhouse, media, $11.6 billion. These are the players. And they gonna let Floyd? Yeah, y'all believe that shit, didn't y'all? Let's go. Yeah. The paper trail ain't what it says it is. Yeah. Yeah, we got that already. They already said there ain't no paperwork there, right? Let's go. Sources close to the deal paint a significantly different picture than Mayweather's no partners declaration. The shit he said out his mouth. The Business Insider reported a person directly involved in the transaction revealed that Mayweather and his Vada properties had actually purchased a small minority ownership interest in the portfolio with options to expand that stake over time or acquire the buildings in their entirety. Black Spruce Management, which owns the majority of the buildings in the portfolio, offered a carefully worded statement, which means they was being very particular in this statement. They didn't want to hurt his feelings too bad. And they think we don't read. You understand? But I do. Y'all do. So he's going to get this work. Check this out. Black Spruce Management said Floyd Mayweather continues to be a reliable partner and a great ambassador for affordable housing. To date, Mayweather has performed on all of his obligations. Key words in this. A great ambassador and performed all his obligations, which means Floyd is a bitch. Floyd is actually, check this out, y'all, an IG model. He's a brand ambassador for these folks. And he has performed on his obligations, making videos, going all around social media talking about this, I bought this. He's a brand ambassador for this real estate management firm. That's all he is. They got his ass in the thong. He's a brand ambassador. Yeah. For the small people. Yeah, for the bankers and the Bagelmeisters. Let's go. I didn't say it. This is the carefully worded statement when them old face disrespecting you. Yeah. Because he ain't going to read this. Yeah. If he don't hear it from me or one of y'all or one of the dummies on his team that still do security for him, he'll never hear how the old face talk about him. Yeah. We did it last class, didn't we show you what they think about him? Here we go again. Let's get the statement one more time so y'all understand where we going at with this. Floyd Mayweather continues to be a reliable partner and a great ambassador for affordable housing. He's a brand ambassador for the people who really own this shit. To date, Mayweather has performed on all of his obligations. What is his obligation if he owns this shit? If this is him with no partners, what obligations are they speaking of here? What was he obliged to do for these people that's in the cuts, in the dark? Yeah. That's right, see, Bliz. Tell them to fund the war effort. We ain't heard it yet tonight. But they gonna get this work anyway. You understand? I'm telling you, see, Bliz, we getting ready to hit a corner to where we're gonna have a whole set of new class people. Watch. I'm telling you. Because everything we speak here is truth. Give it a week or two and it all makes sense. Sometimes we over their heads. See, Bliz, sometimes it's gone. We over. They don't get it. They think I'm here bullshitting. Yeah. Again, Floyd Mayweather continues to be a reliable partner and a great ambassador for affordable housing. To date, Mayweather has performed on all of his obligations. So he doing some shit like Delicious. Yeah. You know, brand ambassador. Yeah, like Cherokee the Ass. Brand ambassador. Yeah, like Buffy the Body. Brand ambassadors. Right? Like Tahiri and them. That's what Floyd is. They telling he's a great ambassador. Yeah, his obligations. Go do social media. Yeah, Fashion Over. You got it, Marsha. Yeah, that's all he is. He's a brand ambassador. Uh-huh. Yeah. The statement notably avoids confirming or denying Mayweather's full ownership claims. Because they're not going to diss him because they want him to keep working. So they're not going to outright say he don't own this shit. He don't have the ability to buy this shit. And they damn sure not going to say that he actually did. How them motherfuckers going to look at each other when they go into them Russian bath houses, when they go to them cigar bars on the Upper West Side and say, y'all let that little dusty ass out of town to buy them bills? Where did he get his income from? We thought he was broke. Yeah, we heard he owed the Sultan of Brunei. He owed the Prince. He owns all these. He owes these dudes money. What did he put up? They can't sit around Manhattan letting that go down. You ain't see Jay-Z buy no property nowhere in the town. That's what I'm saying. All these supposed millionaire and billionaires, and they don't buy half of Brooklyn. It's for sale signs all through here. That could have a good $20-30 million portfolio. Excuse me, just like that, just in East Flatbush and Canarsie. So where's it at? I told y'all that time when I was by Brooklyn College and I went live at one of them protests. Didn't I say, if you really had money and you was from the town, you would be buying up all up over here by Midwood. If you was really about that dollar and had that power. Nigga, I know New York City. I know the town. You can't stunt on me. They don't have no bread like that, or it would be done. Their portfolio is for sale signs throughout Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx. Now, if y'all was buying up that, we would see it, we would know it. You ain't gonna tell me you buying no shit in Manhattan. As greedy as them capitalists are, they want all that shit. They didn't want to let nobody like you putting hands on your baby mamas and all that. Okay? Getting punched up in the face by T.I., going overseas, getting punched in your mouth in London, all that. You serious? Nah, we don't do that. Nah, I'm not even letting the people believe that. Let's go. This isn't the first time Mayweather's real estate announcements have raised eyebrows. His February flex follows a pattern of bold, big money claims that appear exaggerated upon closer inspection. In 2022, he claimed that he owns 9 skyscrapers in New York City and wants to bring a casino to the city. While he says that he is the owner of these buildings, records show that at least in his one Vanderbilt, a 93-story skyscraper in Manhattan, he is an investor in. The casino, which also has not been manifested. So what are we talking about? He's an investor in one skyscraper. He don't own shit. So you sound like a little delusional kid. You know, when your mother bought you the big wheel and you went to school telling kids, nah, I got a Huffy. Yeah, I got a 3-speed Huffy. And you know your ass is riding the big wheel. The green machine and shit. You ain't got no 3-speed Huffy. No, the white kids in Canarsie had the Huffies. Okay? You got the big wheel. You close to the floor and shit, pedaling hard and fast. That's what you got. The big wheel, green machine shit. You around the projects with that. You ain't had a Huffy. See, this is the type of shit he on. I own a building because they allowed you to invest a half of a percentage point. That's that shit that N-words niggas do. You're trying to stunt on us as if we can't research, as if we don't know no better. You dig what I'm saying? money. Name is Dummy Mayweather over here. K. Foster. Ain't Money Mayweather. You in the wrong class, homie. He's Dummy Mayweather over here. Okay? We don't hate. We investigate. We get to the real. Yeah, he real close to the floor. You know them big wheels is close to the floor. Yeah. Yeah. Get your ass out of here. Yeah, he close to the floor. Big wheel shit. Yellow detachable seat and shit. You gotta, when you get bigger, you know, when you 8 and shit, the seat right here. When your ass is 10 and 12, you gotta take the seat off and put it to the back 3 holes. Or get you green machine shit. And you telling dudes, because they don't see you on the weekend. You come to school, you know, I got me a Huffy. I got the 3-speed. Yeah, get your ass out of here till they catch you in a lie. They see your ass because you done rode too far. You done rode to they building and shit. They like, oh, yo, check him out. He in the big wheel. Where's your Huffy? Oh, my Huffy in the house. My Huffy in the house. Nah, nigga, you in the big wheel. Yeah. Yeah, so we caught him. We caught him. Stunting. But I told y'all that. Weeks ago. Weeks ago. And now we here again. In class. Let's see if he try to wiggle up out of this shit. Because I dare him to tell them investigative journalists at the Wall Street Journal, at Business Insider, that they lying. I dare him to come and say something. I bet you he gonna be quiet for now. I guarantee he won't answer 50 now. I guarantee you that. So they can keep digging for more information. Yeah. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll make every attempt to be as genuine and as real as I can be when providing this information. Now, everybody else is gonna run around and they're gonna play with y'all. I give my time, I give effort and energy in making sure you get truth, it's explained, right? We got credible resources. This is what we do here, whether it's appreciated or not. But I'm going to tell you what's getting ready to happen. Because if you got a YouTube page or anybody else, y'all know they're getting ready to play y'all, okay? Because I got the email too. They trying to encourage people to do shorter vids, and they saying that it's going to be worth your while because that's what's going to fill the algorithm. You dig what I'm saying? You dig? This is what they're about to do. So they're going to play with y'all. I already heard a few of them say it on their little YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to start doing content that's 10 minutes and fuck is that? What is that? That's playing with your intelligence. I'm going to keep doing my same lives the same way, the same amount of time so we can have decent dialogue. I ain't going to be piecemealing you shit 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, encouraging you to go. That's bullshit. Again, they want to get close to the old face, so they're going to follow the old face rules and do just what the old face tell them to do so they can get that bag. That's why y'all seeing all these videos chopped down like this all across YouTube. That's why y'all seeing like that. Because they got the memo, they got the email. And they're going to do it. So nobody going to have no information. That's what they want. They want to dumb down people, not over here. So whether y'all fund the war effort or not, right? What happens is people start getting pushed up out of class. You dig? That's what happens. Those who don't appreciate. Yo, Bliz, do a Q&A. I would do a Q&A. Last time I did a Q&A, People were playing. Nobody was asking no questions. It took me forever. Nobody funded the war after we was on here for 3 hours looking crazy. And the vid didn't go nowhere. What do y'all want? Question and answer, what is it? Listen, we do a short one. It's 12:52. Damn it, I gotta get up at 5:30. What questions you wanna ask? Let's go, damn it. Come on. Make it worthwhile. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Because I don't come in here with the Marvin Sapp and all that other shit. You dig? Let's go. Come on. Talk about it. Breed Love. What question do you got that is so utterly important? Come on, damn it. Come on. You sure said Q&A like you got a lot of questions. Let's go, damn it. Come on. How do you know you're mature for a relationship? When you're ready to share your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, that's when you know you mature. You dig what I'm saying? That's when you know you mature. Simple as that. I'm serious. You ain't ready for no relationship if you stingy, if you selfish. Relationships ain't got nothing to do with being stingy and selfish. Everything is shared. Everything. And you ain't ready to share everything. Not no 50-50, 100% and 100% everything. Then you know you mature and you ready. I'm telling you. Let's go. Come on now. You gotta be in it. You just gotta be in it. Gotta be in it. And the question is never whether you are ready for a relationship. The question should be, how do I know when somebody's coming at me if they ready? Why these dudes be glorifying rats, OG? Listen, 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 listen. They're not glorifying the rat. They're glorifying the rat's accomplishments, right? Because most of the rats got to the bag, right? Most of the rats had some motion in the street. So they're not glorifying the rat. They're glorifying that the rat got to the bag. You dig? Now these other broke rats, this new age shit, it ain't like we always had rats. Okay, Nicky Barnes was a rat. Told. A lot of the Valachi, the mob, them dudes told. So it's not a new thing. When we talking about dudes like Rayful and all these dudes that told, ask the dudes what the first thing they're gonna tell you. Oh, he was getting it. That's the first thing. That's the only thing that matters to them is that he was getting it. Now, I told y'all many a times when it comes to him, my mom used to babysit him. 407 M Street, 409 M Street, the houses were attached. I know the family's business very well. That's it. Ain't no glorifying. I knew his lieutenants and all that shit. Okay? his mama, his sisters, all of them. All right? Nobody would have guessed that he was going that route. Like many of them rats, don't nobody know until the pressure's on. That's it. That's it. You dig? Can we go back to a bartering system in place of communism? We're gonna have to find. I told you that before. You're gonna have to find a new uh, terminology for this space of liberation that we have to go in. Communism don't work. Socialism don't work. It's not uh, centered from melanated people. We had a totally different way of life, right? Before the Europeans or before Yakub was grafted or whatever you want to believe in. We have to create something else, right? Like they give the creation of communism to who? Right? To Vladimir Lenin. What was there before that? So the Lenin and the Bolsheviks created this space, and in the creation of that space and movement, they coined it communism. And then the offshoots came through. We're going to have to define ourselves and how we manifest it once we get there. Okay, but we barter now. I don't know why people don't see it. They don't think they do, but they do. I am completely, almost completely off the grid. I'm serious. I work. If I don't work, I don't eat. I'm giving people lifelong therapy, consistently getting them mentally balanced where it would cost them thousands to do what I do anywhere else. Insurance companies is charging people thousands to give what I give. And I'm really basically doing it on a bartering system. Shorts. Shorts. Trust and believe. You go anywhere else and look up any service I provide. Domestic violence counseling, assessments, anger management. Look it up. Go try to get it on your own and see what they're going to charge your insurance company. And then you're going to get somebody who don't understand you, don't care to understand you, can't understand you. Yeah. Might even have you mentally worse off than when you began. So we already barter. People don't get it. We move in a space like that because why? We have to. All them dudes y'all see out there in front of AutoZone and all that fixing brakes and trannies and doing all that, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's bartering. Dollar vans and dollar cabs and all, that's barter. That's what you do. However, it's not in a space where the whole of community is benefiting from it. Individuals benefit from it. And they only do it and are able to do it that way because they live in singular. You dig? Singular. Got it? Bliz, what does liberation look for black people? Bliz, what does liberation for black people look like? Close your eyes. Close your eyes and picture a world without white folk. No, seriously, like without white, like no white folk. Nowhere. At all. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Close your eyes. You can't see white folk nowhere. Not in Montana, not in North Carolina, not in Pennsylvania, not in Jersey, not in Maine. You don't see no white folk. You don't see no mayonnaise. You don't see no people without no rhythm. You don't see no white folk. Black folk control any and everything. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. If you don't have a concept of that in your brain, you're done. You're never going to be able to realize that. No liberation. As long as you go back and have to rely on them, you done. That's it. If you got to rely on them for anything, for banking, for education, for spiritual, anything, you done. Simple as that. Out of here. Jay Allen, much appreciation for funding the war effort. Y'all never catch the live vid random. But as an ambassador in BK, you ever went to Club Love People in Washington Empire? Hell yeah, I went to Love People's. Wasn't my thing, but I went to Love People's a couple of times. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Shanita Jones, what? Assessments are $375 average, hourly pay $150 for a regular psychologist. Yep, thank you. Thank you for letting them know. Right? An assessment, $375. $150 an hour. Okay? Yeah, let them know. Let them know. My thoughts. We gave a whole class on that, Frank. On the mother and the two daughters in NC. We gave a class on that. That was about 2 months ago. We spoke on that. She took them girls there, and them girls got shot. Yeah, we did that. That mother was stupid. Stupid. We give a whole class on that because why? I talked about how pretty those girls were. They wasn't even fighters like that. And she drove them to they unalive man. Just like a lot of people be driving their cousins and friends and families, driving them to their demise. So I say you gotta think for yourself. I don't care who in the beef. It ain't my beef. I'm gonna handle mine by myself. I've been doing it. You can't call me to your beef. I gotta assess that. You coming home, you was beefing in the hair supply spot, and you ain't do nothing to the girl there. You coming home and get us, you made it home safely, and now you going back to the situation? That's some dumb shit. Handle your business right there, sir. Handle your business right there, ma'am. All that coming back to get somebody, you bringing somebody to they last breath? Nah. And it's your kids? Nah. Nah. That's crazy. Hold on, what'd you say, Mac J? I don't know how to properly word this, Teach, but I need some advice on how to service our people. DM me on IG. Remember, you got to service yourself first before you could think about the people, because I'm telling you, the people don't give a damn. They don't. They don't. So you have to do research. You have to do research. You can't say, well, this is what our people need. That's backwards. That's not a liberator. Okay? You have to really make an assessment and go out to the people and ask them what they need. Gotta ask them what they need. And then if you're able to have your skill set provide those needs, then you do it. But mind you, them same people you are attempting to assist will tell you, kiss they ass, kiss my ass. Yeah, gotta be careful. Malcolm owned people, did them in. Be careful. Huey owned people, did them in. Be careful. You have to learn from these great leaders that we had that did the most for the people and lost their life at the hands of their people. You gotta learn from that so you know when to pull out, when to be on some bullshit, and when, to be upright. Gotta understand that. I'm telling you, don't go up in there with no hallelujah attitude, power to the people. This day and age, people will sell you out quick. 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 Does pork make a difference? I don't know. Never had it. Never had it. Never normally had it. I had it one time because at the time I was eating beef fried rice. Is when I used to eat red meat. And eating it, I'm like, this shit tasted funny. And I looked, and in it was pork. So they had pork in the beef fried rice. And as soon as I saw it, stomach blew up, cramped up, blew up. They had to take me to the hospital. I was in Brookdale for 2 days. You tried it and you got, well, yeah. It's trial and error. It's trial and error. I'm telling you. Be easy. The best thing that you can do is look at what you would need to continue your path towards liberation and work from there. And work out. Start inside and work out. Do what you need to do in your house, in your home. Then you go out to your block and all these things that you are needing for you to be balanced. You provide yourself that service. Ms. Lovelace, much appreciation for the super chat. Great content. Most definitely, we must be careful when helping other people. Definitely. Definitely. I done had clients for quite a number of months flip. It happens. And I had people on the street that helped. I helped consistently. And the family members. All that. For real, for real. You dig? Gotta be careful. Your people are not always your people. Not always your people. And the ones who you believe may not be with you will be the ones that, they in the foxhole with you till it's over with. What would I tell Huey if I met him? Which Huey? Cocaine sniffing Huey? In jail Huey? Or crackhead Huey? There's a lot of different Hueys. And it depends on where I was. You understand? What could I tell him when he was already well experienced and well versed. You dig? It's not like, well, what can I tell him? I'm coming from under his umbrella. So his experience is first. If he was home today, it'd be a different story. Frankie, what up? What up? Much appreciation for the super chat. When are our people going to realize we are the creators of all things and don't need these euros for nothing? When they see the euro collapse. And even then, you're going to have some people that don't believe it. You're always going to have a free friend Stevens crying, "No, you shot him, master. No." You always had a friend Stevens. Look at them. They in Congress right now. Look at them. They in the House of Representatives. Look at them. They at City Hall. Council people, they believe in this shit. They're not going. We got people everywhere. You got black doctors, black lawyers, black attorneys, black politicians, black generals, black admirals. Excuse me, teachers. You got them everywhere, and they never bring that expertise that they have to the community. They don't. Just like Spook. That was the whole essence of it. He went in there to learn and then came and taught. You don't see none of them. None of them there. Engineers, nothing. Definitely not the police. How many black police you see come back to the hood and teach these young boys how to shoot properly, how to clean weapons properly, how to stand upright, what the laws is about, what people are looking for from us. You don't see that. They say that's what they want to do, but they get in there and their mind get washed. They don't care about none of that. How many nurses come to the hood and have classes when they got their days off or whatever? And open up little spaces and show these little girls phlebotomy, how to draw blood and you know what I'm saying? First aid, emergency aid, first responder shit. You don't see that. And we got millions of nurses. Millions. So you're going to have to show that. They got to see these old fays on their knees. And then you still going to have some that don't realize it. Okay? Breed love, what? Is there blacks that's scared to change but want to change? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Listen, I've been at the table in City Hall. I've been at the table with nonprofits. I've been at different professional developments. I've been around elected officials. I've been around people with money, entrepreneurs, all that. And they know what the issue is. They're not dumb. These people are intelligent. They learn. They code switch. They are educated in these high institutions of learning. They know what it is. But the fear is not so much the fear of whitey, it's the fear of them being responsible. When you say you're independent, when you say you're liberated, when you say you're a man, you have to be independent and totally responsible for yourself. That's what they scared of because they never seen it. They never did it. It's like when they told the slaves, go, the plantation is closed, beat it, break out. Slavery's done. They sat there. Nah, master, this is home. We're gonna fix this up. That's when they began sharecropping and doing all that other weird shit. Those who didn't, they broke out. Some to Canada, some back across the seas, they broke out. Like, oh, it's over, we out. You had a good majority of them that was stuck. You gonna have people stuck. only thing that assures you that you won't have so many people stuck is if you got to crack them up under that whip. Got to crack them. You have to. Your people have to say, yo, listen, we relying on us. That's it. Get that shit up out of you. And that shit's going to take decades. That's why people were so happy with the 60s. They thought the 60s was going to be strong enough. So by the time we got to the 80s, we would be off and running. Because there were so many different doctrines and theories and ways to move during that era. They thought it was time. And what the capitalists do? Oh shit, they coming. Get them some bread. And that's it. People bought into the bag and that was it. Done. Done. And we in this era now where they're selling consciousness. They're selling wokeness. They're selling the idea of you having enough of the intellect to interpret and articulate what's going on with you, but not ready to do shit about it. So everybody could just stand around and talk. I know this, I read this. I know this, I read this. Talk, and not do shit. So you read it. So fuck what? Do you know it? So the fuck what? Manifest it. Make it happen. Do it. We've been past that era of knowing. I got books in my head that was fucking printed in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. And y'all still ain't manifest none of this shit yet. So that's where we at with it. But come on, man, it's 1:20 already. It's 1:20 already, man. I got to go. I got things to do in the morning. Y'all good. Okay, y'all good. A little Q&A. I got to roll. For those who funded the war effort, much appreciation. And those who didn't, who's peeking in, the trolls and all that, we see y'all. Much appreciation to y'all too. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. You ain't gonna get no contradiction over here. We off and running. We off and running. Okay? If you're supposed to get your assessments and your sessions, book them. Let's go. You did, classroom assistants. Much appreciation for holding it down for the late class. We all gonna have the raccoon eyes in the morning, but we there though. We strong, we alive. You dig? We here. All right, so classroom assistants, much appreciation for holding it down. All my truckers, and I'm serious truckers, get to your destination, pick up your load, get back home, do what you gotta do. Stay away from them rest stop dots. You got cat shit in your eyes, pull over to the side, don't drive. And let me know if it's real, that little TikTok going around where they talking about you getting to the way stations and they asking you to read and write English, to weed out people. Let me know if that's really a thing or if that's just a TikTok. Okay? Yeah, stay away from them lot lizards, damn it. All right? Our paperwork is always good. You don't believe in ratting, snitching, telling to the authority, none of that shit. That's if you got co-defendants now. If you on the other side, you on the other side, but we don't rock like that. Our paperwork is good. There's peace to Ja. Okay? Everybody else, get y'all little businesses, y'all entrepreneurships, y'all bartering things. Yeah, put all that in the comments. You dig? Put it all in the comments. Tierra, much appreciation. Take a little self to bed now, damn it. It's late. See Bliz, get some shut eye. You dig, Frankie? We see you in the morning and all that. Shanita Jones. Everybody. Max snuck up in here? What? Do you feel the lessons of gods and earths should be taught to this new generation, or at least to young children? Indeed so, Max. Why would you even ask that? Indeed so. Because most people of our generation wouldn't even know how to read if it wasn't for the degrees, if it wasn't for the lessons. That encouraged reading and encouraged understanding and encouraged comprehension and a discipline to get up and do something every day in each and every way. So yes, but that's not the only thing that they need. See, that's what they taught us. The lesson, that's all you need. He's 120, God, now it's 120, that's all you need. No, ain't no military strategies in the degrees. None. At all. You understand? No economics. You understand? It's not enough. You need more than that. Okay? How to stop an open chest wound is not in the degrees. It's not. Do you understand? You need more than that. But definitely, most definitely, they need to know it. They should know it. You understand? It would help them engage, right, their mental muscles so they're able to take other information. And because you're in a practice of not only knowing, but understanding and being able to spit it out when you do the knowledge to other doctrines, to other theories, to other books, it's going to force you to intake that and make sure that you fully understand those as well. So, of course, it's a practice. Okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, you gotta learn basic first aid. Yeah, definitely. You know, again, all y'all, much appreciation. See y'all soon. Get some rest. Clean eyes, clear ears. Guard your mind. Guard your mind. Do not allow your mind to be trapped into what we see, what we thought we knew, what we was raised to learn. It's gone. Guard your mind. Make it make sense to you. You dig? And 55 gang. Get y'all grades up.